I tried making a Vocaloid song, but I have no experience. No experience in music production, and I don't even know music theory. So how will this song turn out? Will it be decent, bad, or an absolute garbage? So first things first, starting from scratch, I watched a ton of YouTube videos on how to make Vocaloid songs, and one of them was from a channel called Hana on how to make a Deco 27 song. If you don't know who Deco is, he's a Japanese musician and a Vocaloid producer. I thought about making my songs sound like Deco, but in the end, I decided to just make it up as I went along. So shoutouts to Hana for helping me get started. I'm gonna make my song simple, fun vibe, some piano, and alive. Because most of the Vocaloid songs out there now are just about depression, suicide, themselves, rape, sex, and dysfunctional relationship. Starting off with music composing, I use FL Studio. But the first time I opened FL Studio, it was like... I didn't know where to start, so I started learning how to use the software by again watching some YouTube videos, because nowadays everything is on YouTube and it's making everything a lot more easier, and it's free. Now that I know a little bit about how to use this thing, I started with, I think it's called chord progression. I spent a lot of time on it, but somehow it always sounded terrible, like it just never felt right. I got frustrated, watched a few more videos so I can progress, and came across this video on how to make a J-pop song. The guy in the video made a pack for basically like a J-pop kit if you want to make music. I checked his website to try them out, and the one he used in the video was priced at $10, but luckily there's one free pack, and it's specifically a J-pop essential chord, which is perfect because I only need that. After I got it, I browsed through the pack and found the perfect one. Now of course I'm not gonna use it as it is. I'll tweak it a little bit and make some minor adjustments to fit the vibe that I'm going for. Maybe pitch it down, chop it up, and do some slight fine tuning. I think that works. Now I'm going to work on the melodies that goes on top of the chords. I literally spent hours every day for a whole damn week trying to figure out which sounded good. It was driving me crazy. But then I thought of YOASOBI, the J-pop duo Ayase and Ikura. I really love their music, especially Ayase's style, so the melody that I'm going for is going to be inspired by him. And honestly, it made things so much easier. Yeah, I think it sounds amazing. It's got that YOASOBI-ish vibe. But then I realized this melody worked better as part of the mid section of the song. That meant I needed to come up with more melodies. Surprisingly, everything went well. I could hear in my head how the new melodies would flow into and out of the one I'd already created, which sounds a little something like this. Yeah, I think it sounds good. Now I need some drums. It's actually the easiest part of the project. I just need a simple kick, snare, and hi-hats, and it's done. Let's hear how it sounds when I combine the chords, melodies, and drums. Now for the bass, I use the plugin called Vital. Not only it's amazing, it's also a free plugin. The bass is also the easiest part of the project. You don't need to go crazy on the bass, it just goes. Now that the instruments are finally done, it's time to work on the VOCALOID vocals. I'll be using the English version of Gumi for this track. The VOCALOID software is surprisingly easy to use. I thought it was going to be way more complicated. Most people start by creating melodies in their music composer, exporting them as a MIDI file, and then importing them into the VOCALOID software. But I'm doing it differently. I'm making everything directly here. First, let's work on the melodies. Now I need some lyrics. I want my lyrics to be in Japanese, but since I only know the basics of the language, I'm gonna write the lyrics in English instead.
Flickering light in the city at night, and the dream side, cherries fading to the sky.
The vocals are finally done. Now I'm gonna ask my friend if they sound good.
F***ing terrible. You onto something? Try tuning it down, bruh.
Damn, I really thought it was good, but he was right. It sounded way better after I tuned it down a bit.
Flickering light lighting the city at night and the dream side. Cherries fading to the sky.
Next up is vocal mixing. I'm gonna go back to FL Studio to do the mixing. For that, I used a compressor to balance the dynamics, an equalizer to clean up and shape the sound, and a limiter to control the volume peaks. At first, it felt complicated, but it's just about tweaking things until they sound right. Finally, I needed a second opinion before calling it done. I spent like 3 hours sending files back and forth with my friend, fixing every little thing. Thankfully, he didn't get annoyed, and with his help, the final product is now complete.
Finally!
Last thing I needed was a music video for my very first Vocaloid song. Since I'm broke, hiring someone to make one for me is out of the question, so I'll be making it myself. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I haven't decided on the song's name yet. The first thing that came to mind was Love Chase for some reason, but I think it's perfect, so I'm gonna go with that. So here it is, the final product. Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you like my content.
Flickering light.